Why do you think I allowed trials? I don't know! They prove the genuineness of your faith. They strengthen you. This is strengthening you.
You know what it actually means to be chosen by God? Stop what you're doing and give me your undivided attention, because you need to understand the cost of that calling. The biggest mistake people make is thinking that following God means an easy life, a miracle every Monday and a blessing every Friday. But when God decides to take you to a new level, He doesn't start with a miracle. He starts with a battle. Think about it. When God wanted to make David a king, He didn't send him a crown. He sent him Goliath. Think about that for a second. David was just a kid. No armor, no warrior physique. And standing in front of him was a giant that made seasoned soldiers tremble in their boots. Everyone else saw Goliath as a problem, but he was actually the bridge to David's destiny. Because after that fight, nobody ever looked at David the same way again. Maybe the giant standing in your way today isn't the end of your story. Maybe he's the beginning of the very breakthrough you've been praying for.
When God wanted to test Peter's faith, He didn't calm the storm first. He let the waves keep crashing. Because Peter only discovered he could walk on water when he was forced to step out of the boat. And this is the hardest part of the walk. God will often demand movement before He shows you security. You want a guarantee. God wants your trust. You want comfort. God wants transformation. When God wanted to elevate Joseph, He didn't open a door. First, He allowed the pit, then the slavery, then the prison. And that's exactly where most people quit, because they think suffering means abandonment. But while Joseph thought he was being forgotten, God was training him. Every hardship was forging a man who could handle the weight of the palace. Maybe you're complaining about a season that is actually building the person you asked God to make you. When God wanted to use Moses, He didn't hand him a free nation. He handed him a Pharaoh. He gave him resistance, pressure, responsibility, fear. Because purpose always carries weight. Maybe you're asking for growth while running away from everything that requires courage. But no one grows in comfort. No one finds their strength on an easy day.
When God wanted to transform Paul, He didn't offer him a seat at the table. He knocked him off his horse on the road to Damascus. Paul thought he could see everything, but it was only in his blindness that he realized he had been in the dark all along. Paul's fall didn't destroy him. It redefined him. So just because nothing changed today, it doesn't mean your giant isn't going down. Maybe this is the exact point of your life right now. You're looking at the struggle and asking, God, why is this happening to me? While God is looking at you and answering, because there is something inside of you that only this specific battle can wake up. Pain builds strength. Pressure builds maturity. The fight builds courage. And as hard as it is to accept, some versions of you can only be born in the heat of the battle. Stop interpreting every difficulty as a punishment. Sometimes the giant didn't show up to stop you. He showed up to reveal who you become after you face him. Every time God wanted to raise someone up in the Bible, He allowed a confrontation first, not to crush them, but to prepare them. Maybe you're tired today, confused, afraid of what's coming next. But remember this, Moses tried to run from his calling. Peter started sinking while he was walking on water. But God didn't give up on either of them, and He hasn't given up on you. So keep moving. The battle might hurt right now, but it is the direct path to exactly what you've been praying for. Because
Because sometimes the very fight you're trying to avoid is the door to the purpose you've been waiting for.